Hello YouTube and welcome to my channel, also known as Twisted Odin 66, Twisted Odin X666. I am one half of the Twisted Odin legion of YouTubers. The other half happens to be my brother. Be sure to check him out. Anyway, needless to say, I'm going to be doing something pretty different. Not very much. I'm basically doing a walkthrough. Now, it's a game pretty old. It's a PlayStation 2 game known as Champions of Norrath Return to Arms. Now, before I get into it, there's just one thing I want to let you know. The character I'm using, I did not make him overnight. Nothing like that. It's one of my original characters. So some of the choices will vary. This character in particular, I chose to continue to fight for the side of light. There's the option to fight for the side of darkness or the side of light. I'll get into that. I'll show you it. Anyway, let's turn this thing around and check it out. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Now basically, what you are seeing, obviously, is the format of the game. It's a little different, I know. Anyway, like I said, I'm going to be doing this because of the simple fact that, well, I enjoy doing old games. So, that being said, let's kick into it. Yeah, I've already got all this done. However, I'm going to go back to the beginning for you guys, because you're faithful YouTube fans of mine, and I aim to impress. Needless to say, I'll show you what my character can do. Now, like I said, he's not just your average character. I did end up just bringing out one of my main characters for this. Eventually, if you guys do want to see more, I will start a new character and show you exactly everything that's supposed to happen. Whether you get your decisions and everything like that. Also, just so you know, my character that I am currently using, his name is Chaos Knight. And he is a Shadow Elf. People who have played the first game probably already know what they are. Basically, Shadow Elves have the ability to summon the dead or, set diseases. Me, however, the spells I'm currently using are Shadow Step and Summon Skeleton. That's what the skeleton looks like. Now, seeing how my skeleton is fully topped out, it'll always show up with the enchantment. As you can very well tell, he is glowing. Now, what that means is that he is enchanted. Looks like he's using the lightning enchantment. Next up, Shadow Step. Shadow Step is also all the way up, so it will show many ponds of fire. Now, there are your basic spells like Disease Bolt, Disease Trail. Disease Bolt basically does damage over time, and Disease Trail pretty much only works best when you are running around from enemies. I can't use Convert Undead because there are no undead enemies at this time. Disease Shield basically creates a very disgusting shield around you, and that sort of thing. And obviously my skeleton just destroyed those guys when I was trying to show you. Anyway, that's Harm's Touch. It's a very OP spell. Um, Basically, it does a massive amount of damage with a single strike. Now, it doesn't help at the fact that, you know, my character himself has quite a high attack power. Anyway, I'm about to show you my final spell, which, believe it or not, actually comes in pretty great use. But before I do that, this woman is where you basically get to make your decision whether you want to be good or evil. Obviously, I chose good, so she says, "What's done cannot be undone. You have made your choice, fool." So, needless to say, like I said, I'm on the side of the good. I'm basically going against people that are evil. Now, like I said, I'm going to show you my final spell, which is Raise Army. Now, Lord and behold, I just summoned everybody that I had just killed. So that being said, they now fight for me. Because the fact is, you know, they're resurrected by me. Easily picked up items. Oh, and before I forget, you do have, you know, your standard secondary weapons. Now, the weapons will vary depending on who you are using. And when I say who you are using, I mean the character class. If you're using me, well, my character, which happens to be a Shadow Knight, then you will find weapons that only Shadow Knights can use. For example, one of them being this bow, for example. And hang on, I will show you. By the way, pressing select obviously goes in your character menu. My character is using the Teardale God Sword. And this is my bow. It's called the Bow of Suffering. Now, I know you probably can't read it, so I'm going to raise this up for you. If you can see that, it says Shadow Knight only. Now, what that means is, basic, like I said before, certain characters get certain weapons. So that being said, that's a weapon that only the Shadow Knight can use. Sad, I know, but it's what it is. Anyway, my armor happens to be a forged Imperial helmet, sturdy Imperial gloves, well-built Imperial leggings, well-built Imperial armor, and strong Imperial boots. Now, armor is definitely a very important factor. Do I have to go through and kill all these enemies? No, I do not. However, I'm just showing you basic gameplay so you can kind of like, you know, get used to it. Like if you ever used to play this game when you were a kid, you know. I can't even remember the last time I played this. I think it was at least 3 years ago that I even touched this game. So, obviously, that being said, I'm just running through the first level for you. Now, eventually, you will hit a point where your character will be carrying too much. I'm going to teach you a little trick, if you will. It's a little trick me and my brother came up with a while back, and we figured out how to use it. Alright, now you see my controller. I'm not pressing anything. I press start, and it says use gate scroll. Now, if you want to take the time to press start in order to use this, feel free by all means. That's your decision. But at the same time, at the same time, there is another way. And I will show you that as soon as I'm done with this. Obviously, she's gonna say welcome, my champion, because I'm fighting for the side of light. Now, you can, like I said, easily just press start to gate back. Or, there is another alternative. Pressing your square... Nope, I actually have to step away from her. But pressing your square and select button will allow you to gate back immediately. No pressing start, nothing. Just square and select will allow you to use a gate scroll. Me, personally, I found it more convenient and a lot easier. And obviously, well, I'm back here. And my skeleton is gone. But, not to worry. I press circle, I summon another one. This one's a fire enchantment. And, well, obviously, I'm at the portal. Now, if you choose the good side, this portal that I'm standing in front of will open. If I was to choose the dark side, or evil side, if you will, this door over here would open. Fortunately, I chose the side of light, so I have to go through this door, into what is known as the Field of Strife. Now, these videos are only going to go until about maybe the first or second boss. I haven't quite decided yet. However, the simple fact of this is that I'm simply just showing you gameplay. However, it's a nasty bit of business. These orcs seem to think that they can overpower me. However, that's very not the case. But, like I said again, my character is very OP. Now, for those who are new to the channel and don't know the meaning OP, it simply means overpowered. If you watch Let's Plays, you will hear that numerous times in a video. Especially when it comes to possibly 9 times out of 10 my brother's channel. Now, just so we're clear, I am not promoting his channel. I am not telling you, hey, go watch this, because that's not how I am. I'm just simply saying something that he does. And obviously, after I clear out all the orcs, this little cutscene happens. Now, if you want to skip the cutscenes, you simply press start. But, seeing how I'm not going to skip the cutscenes because I'm doing a Let's Play, I actually believe that I should show you these. Anyway. R3, which is the right analog stick when pressed in, simply just brings up your map. Your right analog stick, you can push forward to zoom in on your character or zoom out. However, that doesn't always work, because if it's two-player, it won't zoom in. Anyway, I've completed the part of this.
One down, two to go. Let us proceed with caution. Evil shaman, not my thing.
Now I have to kill 2 shamans. Again, not going to be that hard, because, like I said before, I'm overpowered. If you just seen my character turn white, that's because my character's ability called Riptos just activated, which is basically the equivalent of a Counter-Strike. Now, that ability will not always activate. It's not one of those types of abilities where you can just be like, hey, I'm going to press this button and this is going to happen. No, it's not like that. The Riptos ability is completely different. It only works when it wants to. One shaman down, one more to go. Now, did I have to resurrect the big guy? No. I chose to. Just for the simple fact, for a little extra slaughtering power. Oh yeah, if you ever notice that when you reanimate somebody like that, and they randomly appear, it's not your console, it's the gaming mechanics of the game. Like, say he just randomly showed up out of nowhere. Now, per se, now, I will admit, the reanimated people tend to die rather quick. That's just basically how they are. But before I get any further into it, I will show you, just something that you should know about the game. Now, obviously, if you take a look at it, this is your character's point grid. The maximum level you can go is 20. You can't go any higher than 20. Believe me, I've tried. But, like, for example, obviously, my most powerful spells are all the way up. They're all there. However, you know, it's very rare that any of my items nor my points grid would be that high if I just started my character. Sadly, like I said, does not work like that. How it works is the simple fact that, like I said, I've built this character up over time. So, I can tell you from experience, it's not your start out character. But, anyway, that was just one part of it. I actually have to log into my computer again. Sorry about this. But anyway, now I'm going to show you the final area of the map.
Another one gone and forgotten. Now, turn those catapults into
Turning catapults into firewood. What a lovely terminology. If I was being serious, there'd be a different story there. However, turning catapults into firewood in this game, granted, can be challenging, especially if you're not well equipped with your potions. For example, the potions I am talking about are health potions. They're kind of a real drag, but it is important to carry a bunch of health potions, because if you don't, well, no offense, but if you're not overpowered like my character is, you're not gonna last very long. So the point of it is basically, my advice if you're gonna play this, definitely get a lot of health potions. They will help you out in the long run. So here's the first catapult. I lit it on fire, so I'm simply just going to get out of the way. Now, that being said, I'm going to go and get rid of this second catapult, which should be relatively close. Let's see here. Yep, just like I thought. Now, don't be mad if the catapults aren't exactly where I just showed, because the fact of these catapults is that they will currently change places. Anyway, that's all I'm going to show for today. Hope you liked the video. Subscribe, tell your friends, maybe they'll like it. But anyway, as always, this is Sebastian Mab, one half of the Twisted Odin X666 Dynasty, saying until next time.